everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to show you the easiest way to cut a cowl neck. So if it's something you would love to learn, do it to watch to the end of the video, like, share and subscribe. And if you are new on my channel, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Subscription is totally free. Hit on the subscribe button and most importantly turn on the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we drop new videos so you don't miss out on anything. I really want to appreciate my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for coming back. So let's get right into the main video. The first thing is to take our vertical measurement. From the top here is our shoulder line and our starting point. From there I'm going to come down to mark my bust point. From my shoulder to my bust point is 9.5 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way to have a straight line and a ruly line across. From there I'm going to come down to mark my waist point. From my shoulder to my waist point is 15 inches. I'm going to mark that all the way to have a straight line and I will extend the line across this way. Then from the top again I'm going to come down to mark the length of my blouse where I want my top to stop. So I want it to stop at 22 inches. I'm going to mark that. It depends on what you want. You can make it shorter or longer than this. I'm going to mark the 22 inches all the way and then I'll extend the line across. This is my top length, my waistline and my bust line. So I'm going to come to the shoulder line here, divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divided by 2 is 7.5. I'm going to mark it right here. At that point I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. I'll come here to mark my basic neck of 3 inches. I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width. Then I'm going to come down to mark my neck depth of 3 inches as well. And I'm going to connect with my cowl from the neck width all the way to the neck depth. The next thing is to mark our arm length. How to get your arm length? Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches. I got 7. I'm going to mark the 7 here and extend that point across. So this is our chest line. To have a straight line, I'm going to mark what I have as my shoulder measurement on this chest line. Then I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line. So I'm going to come to this arm length here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint, which is 3.5. I will go in at that point by half an inch. I'll come to the chest line, divide my bust circumference by 4, and I'll connect my armhole with my cowl this way. So this is a dartless top. It's not going to have a dart. The next thing is to impute our ram body measurement. I've already marked my bust measurement. I'll add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the waistline, mark my waist divided by 4. I'll mark it right on the waistline. Then I'll add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the top length. I'm going to divide my bust, my hip measurement divided by 4 and then add my sewing allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect all my points together. So this is what we have for the front pattern. I'm going to go up by half an inch, by 1 inch here to give it a bit of curve, and then I'll connect with my cowl back to the initial line this way. And this is what we have. I'll just go ahead and cut this out just so we can work on the neckline. So to cut our cowl neck, you can either go up from the chest line or come down from the chest line, but I'm going to maintain my chest line. I'm just going to cut all through, but I'm not going to cut completely. You see what I did there? Don't cut completely. You can maintain your chest line, your bust line, depends on how deep you want your cowl neck to be. Then I'm going to bring in another pattern paper this way. I'm going to place this pattern on this. Make sure to tape it down so it doesn't shift. So I'm going to open up this place like this. The more you open, the more drape you have. Okay, you can do 8 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches. It depends on how deep you want the cowl neck to be. For mine, I just did 5 inches. I just opened by 5 inches and this is okay for me. And I'm going to, from the shoulder slant here, I'm just going to rule a straight line this way. See what I'm doing? Please pay attention. I'll just rule a straight line from the shoulder slant this way, and make sure you mark where your shoulder is stopping, and then I'm going to trace out every other thing out. I'm going to trace out every other thing. I hope I'm making sense. So I'm just going to trace all the way down. please do well to tape it down so that your paper will not be shifting when you are doing this. Make sure you notch where your shoulder is stopping, so when you are going to join with the back pattern you won't have any issue. I'll just cut the rest of the pattern paper out this way. See me notching where my shoulder is, so that I will not have any issue. So this is what we have. This is just the paper, so you're not going to see the drape here, but by the time you join this to the back pattern you are going to have drape at the front here like this. By the time you join the shoulder to the back pattern you're going to have drape. So we're going to keep this aside so we can work on the back pattern. For the back pattern I've already gone ahead to draw the necessary lines. I have my zipper allowance of 1 inch here, so I'm going to come to the shoulder line, divide my shoulder by 2. At that point I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, just the way we did for the front pattern. I'll mark my neck width of 3 inches. Then I'll connect from the shoulder slope all the way to the neck width this way. I'll come down to mark my neck depth of 1 inch. I'll connect with my curve row this way. Then I'll come down to mark my chest line, just the way we did for the front. Divide your bust by 6, then add 1.5 inches. I got 7. I will extend that line across this way. Then what I have as my shoulder measurement, I'm going to mark it on the chest line to have a straight line from up. Then I'm going to connect from the shoulder slant all the way to the point we just marked on the chest line this way. I'm going to come to this arm length here, divide it into 2 equal halves to get the midpoint. At that point I'll go in by half an inch, come to the chest line, divide my bust by 4. Then I'll connect my armhole. Make sure all your measurements are taken after your zipper allowance. Don't take it from the zipper allowance, please. So I will input my round body measurement. We've already marked our bust measurement. I'll add my sewing allowance, come to the waistline, divide my waist by 4. I'll chalk it down on the waistline, add my sewing allowance. I'll come to the top line, divide my hip by 4, and then add my sewing allowance. I'll go ahead and connect all my markings together. So I'm going to come up from here by 1 inch to give it a bit of curve, to give it a nice curve. I'll just connect it back into the initial line this way. I'll come to the waistline. I'm going to mark half an inch here. This is to prevent our zip from bulging after sewing. The excess here, I'm just going to eliminate it by taking half inch. I'll slant it up and then slant it down this way, and we're going to cut out this excess we have here. We don't need this area. And this is basically it for the back. Very simple. I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is what we have for the back pattern, and this is the front pattern. You're going to cut the front pattern on fold, and you're going to cut ×2 of the back pattern. Okay, by the time you cut this, you are going to have this drape. If by the time you cut this on your fabric, you're going to have that drape for the front pattern. All right, so this is basically it for this tutorial. If you have watched to this point and you have not yet subscribed, please do it to hit the subscribe button, like. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.